Search and destroy is better in which Call of Duty?
Is it Cold War or Modern Warfare? Put your answers down below. Yo, what is going on, gamers? I'm gonna break this video down into 5 parts. And these parts are snipers, crutch perks, movement, adaption in Call of Duty, and conclusion. If you like to just skip to certain parts into the video, check the timestamps out. And also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really does help me out, gamers. Thanks. When the pro players don't use sniper rifles, it really makes it hard for the new game to be exciting, especially with search and destroy, because moments like this can't happen. And we've seen it from previous Call of Duties. We've never had a situation like Cold War where the pro players do not play with snipers in search and destroy. And I do understand why we don't use snipers in Cold War. They're just a little bit too overpowered. Our developers have still yet to take a look at the snipers. So you put the pros in a very hard situation. It's like, do we use these overpowered guns that's probably going to make 3 players on each team in search use a sniper because they're that good in Cold War? It's just going to be boring to watch. And I'm gonna be completely honest, it makes me think, will we ever see snipers brought back into this season in Cold War's competitive circuit? Will we see that happen in the CDL? I don't know. If the devs never fix it, I think this is gonna be the first COD where we don't see snipers being used by the pros in search, and that's just insane. The next thing that's been plaguing COD since the beginning is crutch perks. Do we need them? Should they be permanently into the game? And I'm talking about your perks like Ninja. If we're looking at advanced movement Call of Duties like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, games with jetpacks, they had perks like Blast Suppressor, where when you use your movement with your jetpack, you could be seen on the minimap, or if you have Blast Suppressor, you can't be seen. Now, this is an issue, right? This is an issue because as a player and as a competitive player, I have to use Ninja no matter what. I have to. If I don't, my footsteps can be heard. Now, like I said before, if they made Ninja a permanent perk where it allows the players to understand if they run and slide, they will make noise. But if they were to crouch walk or stand up and pre-aim while walking, then they won't be heard. And this creates a different dynamic in the Call of Duty game because now people will be using different perks in the tier 3. We'll see variety. There just won't be the same exact tier 3 perk, which is just Ninja. Now we have movement in Call of Duty, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of the reason why I wasn't really messing with Modern Warfare, because from the outside looking in, you would think Modern Warfare is gonna play like a very slow Call of Duty. Now when you see the pros play in the CDL, total opposite, and that's due to the slide cancel. That's due to other games we've had in the past where there's been like a snaking mechanic that you can't abuse. And I just feel like it takes away from Call of Duty. This whole slide canceling in your gunfight, out of a gunfight, it just takes away from what majority of the player base is used to. Most people aren't running around the map slide canceling like this, and honestly it is pretty cool to see Treyarch get rid of slide canceling, or at least try to nerf it, because with last year being a thing and the fact that we had to play with it for the whole year, Treyarch is doing what they've always done. Just like back with the G slide, they didn't necessarily like that movement. Even though we weren't G sliding in the middle of a gunfight, we were just G sliding so we could get to somewhere on the map faster than our opponent and get ready for the gunfight. We've changed in these newer Call of Duties because now you want to do the movement at all times. You want to do the movement in a gunfight, while you're in the gunfight, while you're shooting at your other opponent. It's just so much, and that's most likely why everyone's controllers are breaking, because you're just spamming your slide button over and over and over again, and it's not what we used to play Call of Duty for. That's not the Black Ops 2 Modern Warfare 3 moments. Honestly, with the movement, it's either you love it or you hate it, and it's pretty obvious with me that I'm not too keen on it, so I just don't really know where it places me with Call of Duty. I hope the next year's COD, Vanguard, whatever it's gonna be called, that they try to figure something out to not keep the movement too cracked. That's all I ask. And every year as a COD player, we have to adapt to the new game, and adapting to the new game means that we have new guns, new maps, new perks. There's a whole new meta. The whole game has changed. You now have to adapt from the old COD. It's just how we have in previous CODs. Some players absolutely amazing, new CODs come out and they're nowhere to be found because they could not adapt to the new things in the new game, if it was new maps, new weapons, whatever it may be. And this is where we have to look at some of these things, because with the new Call of Duty, like I stated before, everything changes. There are new guns, new maps, which means the meta has now officially changed. And in the past, we've had problems where our maps, especially in search, the bomb locations aren't actually in the best location that they should be in. And this is where we've seen updates come out like on Moscow, to change certain bomb locations to where they are actually better. These things matter because us as players, we have to adapt to these things. And honestly, you can place movement into adapting as well. I just place movement in its own category just because it does matter how crazy the movement is. But at the end of the day, as a player, you are supposed to adapt to the movement. And it is why we see some pro players do amazing in some games, and then when a new one comes out, they're nowhere to be found. And that's just because some people can't adapt to the newer things in the game. Now, to wrap this up, Modern Warfare Search and Destroy versus Cold War Search, which one is better? I mean, if you had to ask me based off of fun and which one I've played the most, it's definitely been Cold War. But I understand where the people are coming from. I know the people are most likely going to pick Modern Warfare as their favorite game to play in Search and Destroy. And honestly, if we are basing it off of the criteria that I talked about today, I do think Modern Warfare wins, and that's just because of the sniper rifle alone. The sniper rifle alone creates shock value in Search and Destroy, and that's something that the fans want, and that's why the CDL should really be working hard to get that back. And then if you look at Cold War with no sniper rifle and it's just nothing but subs and ARs, you should know how Search plays in this game. A lot of the times when it's the top pros going against each other, it could get very technical. No one's really moving on the map. They're waiting for trophies to go out, people to bait, just because there is no sniper. There is no hammer, watch the cross and see if anyone's rushing a route. There is none of that. And we had that back in Modern Warfare, and it's probably the reason why I would take Modern Warfare S&D over Cold War. But again, if you had to ask me which one I have more fun in, definitely Cold War. I appreciate if you made this far into the video. It means you enjoy the content, and I'm really trying to grind out for you guys this summer. So if you are new and you aren't subscribed to the channel and you would like to get better at Call of Duty, your boy got you. Hit the button and also like the video. It really does help the algorithm know you guys are enjoying the content. As always, I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video. Peace out.